Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the full review for this OnePlus 6T, and I have been using this device for the last 10 days, and I'll divide this review between the pros and cons, what I liked about this device and what are some of the peculiar things that I've noticed with this device. And to be very blunt, I would say this is a small upgrade to the OnePlus 6, and I don't feel frankly you need to upgrade if you're already on the OnePlus 6. And first let's talk about the pros, and the first thing that you'll notice with this OnePlus 6T compared to earlier OnePlus devices is that in terms of screen, it's slightly bigger, because now if you compare it with the OnePlus 6, the OnePlus 6 had this big notch. Here we have that water drop design, and if you notice closely at the bottom also, notice the bezels. The bezels are a lot thinner on the OnePlus 6T, and due to that they are able to fit this bigger screen almost the same screen, chassis. So it gives a very immersive experience if you actually use the navigation option that OnePlus has given, where you can use the entire screen if you want. So that way it's a good screen. And also coming back to the AMOLED screen, that there is still a full HD plus, not quad HD or anything like that, but again the quality of the screen is actually really good. I didn't have any problems. And also in terms of auto brightness, the auto brightness calibration is done well on this. I don't have to worry too much about it. Now moving to one thing that I really liked about this OnePlus devices in general, it's not only restricted to those OnePlus 6T, is Oxygen OS, and still OnePlus is doing a fabulous job in terms of updating and polishing it. It is the smoothest UI that I have seen on an Android phone having a custom UI. It is very fast, no lag whatsoever. So in that way, Oxygen OS is the trump card for this one. And again, just like earlier OnePlus devices, even OnePlus 6 didn't lag. This has the Snapdragon 845. This one also has that. So in terms of daily performance or day-to-day usage, no lag whatsoever. You'll know it's a very fast device, one of the fastest, I would say. In terms of UI also, nothing lags. Everything just pops whenever you click, as you can see. So in that aspect, they have done a very good job. Anyways, now moving to the biggest thing about this OnePlus 6 device is that in the OnePlus 6 we had this rear fingerprint scanner, but if you notice this one at the back, we simply don't have that. They have gone with the in-display fingerprint scanner on this one, and actually it works really well. I was also very skeptical, but as you can see, the performance of this in-display fingerprint scanner is actually really good, and it's actually fast. Yes, it is not as fast as a dedicated fingerprint scanner, physical fingerprint scanner on the back, but again it's not slow at all. Within about 2 days I got used to this one, and in fact it works very well. I would say it works almost 98% of the time. And in fact it was a little bit slow when I got this phone. Again guys, I got this phone a little bit early, but after the first update, I would say the fingerprint scanner performance has improved, and during the last 10 days, in fact, I got 3 updates on this phone. And again, regarding the fingerprint scanner, you don't have to worry. It is a very reliable in-display fingerprint scanner. Now moving to call quality, just like earlier OnePlus phones, I have no problems. I tested this one with Jio, on Volti and Airtel, and again I had no problems with that. The earpiece quality is good. I had no issues with that, and also I took some calls with the speaker phone and they were loud and clear, though it's just having a single speaker, but in terms of call via speaker phones, they were good. Now moving to the battery life, here I have seen a significant improvement if you compare it with earlier OnePlus devices or also the OnePlus 6. To give you a very rough idea, I would say in terms of battery life, this new OnePlus 6T is giving me anywhere around 1 hour to almost 1.5 hours of extra screen on time compared to the OnePlus 6. To give you a rough idea, this OnePlus 6 was generally giving me anywhere between 5 to 6 hours of screen on time with my typical usage, and this one can actually go anywhere between 6.5 to about 8 hours of screen on time. So in terms of battery life, yes, I have seen a good improvement. So what does it translate for a normal user? I would say for a normal user, it will easily last for about 1.5 days, and for casual users it can easily last for about 2 days. And if you're sort of a very heavy user also, full day will last without any issues on this device. And also it does have that dash charging, that's the fast charging that OnePlus does. Now moving to another thing that I liked with this one, but again they increased the pricing. I didn't like that. Moving to the base storage, the earlier OnePlus devices had 64 gigabytes of internal storage, whereas on this OnePlus 60, the minimum storage is 128 gigabytes, and it comes in two variants. The minimum, variant, 6 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM, and it's 128. And there is also one more premium version that comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. So I feel also in storage, now you don't have to worry that much, because these OnePlus devices simply don't have any micro SD card slot. So the storage is what you get. You have to be contented with that. Now moving, another thing that I liked is the updates. They are pushing out the updates very quickly on this. As I mentioned, already got 3 updates, and it's already on the November security update on this device. So OnePlus is definitely pushing out quite a few updates, but again, they're pushing out the updates, I feel, very quickly, because the last update actually added some bugs in the camera. So let's now talk about the camera. And here, if you're thinking that there'll be huge improvements compared to the earlier version of the OnePlus, like OnePlus 6, you might be disappointed, because the camera setup is exactly the same as the OnePlus 6. The main camera is a 16 megapixel that has optical image stabilization, and the secondary camera is a 20 megapixel. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 16 megapixel. But due to software improvements, they have enhanced the picture quality slightly, and also it does slightly better in low light. They also have this thing called night mode. So yes, definitely the image quality has improved slightly, but don't expect drastic improvement. But the good thing is that even those software improvements will be coming on the OnePlus 6, so you don't have to worry about that. So as you can see with the sample shots, the camera performance is actually good for this one, but nothing like revolutionary that I've noticed. And yes, in artificial lighting and low lighting, things have improved, because they have this new thing called night mode, and it actually works. As you can see, some of the sample shots that I took in pretty low lighting, and they work. But again, what I'm noticing right now is that night mode, and particularly if you take photographs in low lighting, it's a little bit buggy, and sometimes the shutter actually just hangs, or it takes a little bit of time. So that is something that you have to be careful. I feel this is a bug, because only with the latest update I started getting this. So yes, I think so that should be solved in the next update. So yes, camera is good, and just like the earlier OnePlus devices, video quality, you can shoot up to 4K, and it does have stabilization, electronic image stabilization, for both the front facing as well as the rear facing. And also I like the fact that the audio pickup that we have while we do video recording is actually really good. For example, here is a small clip that I had shot with this OnePlus 60.
ये क्वेश्चन बहुत आ रहा है मुझे, ये है OnePlus 60 के बारे में, और मैं OnePlus 60 से ही ये वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ, ताकि आपको उसका आइडिया रहे ये कैसा रहता है वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग, इसकी ऑडियो वगैरह वगैरह.
Now let's move to the cons. What are the things that I did not like with this one? And the first biggest con that I personally have with this one is that now OnePlus has actually removed the 3.5mm headphone jack, which was found in every earlier OnePlus device, and I feel this is not justified, because I miss that. Yes, they have given a dongle in the box, but still, if you are a person like me who has a lot of headphones, you have to carry that dongle with you. So that is one thing that I definitely do not like with this one. And now moving to another thing is that OnePlus says that this new OnePlus 60 has Gorilla Glass 6. Fine, but even though it's having that Gorilla Glass 6, the front portion where the screen is there, they have put a screen guard by default. But if you move to the back, they don't have a screen guard or anything. And if you notice closely here at the bottom, look at the bottom right area, you'll notice so many scratches on this one, and this is with just about 10 days of usage. So I'm also baffled. What is the quality control they have? The device is getting so many scratches. And I also picked up this OnePlus 6, and I've used this OnePlus 6 a lot more than a month. And if I look at it here at the back, it simply does not have that many scratches. So again, if you're getting this device, be very careful. The back glass is prone to scratches, and you have got so many scratches with just about 10 days of usage. So definitely use it with a case that is supplied, or put a screen guard on this. I don't know what quality of glass they are putting, because just in 10 days, this is not acceptable in my frank opinion. And now lastly, moving to the pricing. The pricing also has changed now with the OnePlus. The base variant that comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage will start at 38,000. So they have definitely increased the pricing. And the Suite model, I would say, say, that comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage is at 42,000. There's also another variant that comes with 256 gigabytes that it's priced even higher. So definitely they are started to increase the pricing. And I would say this phone is for people who are having some sort of older phone. For example, if you are already having a OnePlus device, let's say you're having a OnePlus like the OnePlus 3T or even the OnePlus 5, then you can upgrade to this one. It's a good upgrade. But again, if you're having the OnePlus 6 or even the OnePlus 5T, I would say, I don't think so it's a must-have upgrade, because we know that the OnePlus 7 will be launching in about 5-6 months, and with the OnePlus 7 it's going to have the new Snapdragon chipset that supports 5G. And I also feel now finally with the OnePlus 7 OnePlus will change the camera configuration. They will put better cameras hardware on this one, so that will also be improved. So if you can wait, I would frankly say that wait for the OnePlus 7. But again, if you want to upgrade, it's a good device. But now certainly you have started to pay a premium for the OnePlus brand. Anyways guys, that's it for now for the review of this OnePlus 60. If you still have any questions about this device, do let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. And guys, if you're still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.